Welcome, fellow lushes. Come on in, pull up a bar stool, and enjoy some cocktails with Dimples and the Beard.
All right, go up.
Hold on. I'll signal you.
Wait
How's
for
that?
the signal.
Wait for the signal. All right, welcome back to another episode of Cocktails with Dimples and the Beard. We've got the TBI team back for the second year.
Corn edition.
Talk about the second annual Rockin' Corn Festival.
So before we get going, Darren, would you open the tavern for us? And there we are.
Oh.
Now it's official. That's how we start every episode. So we gotta go. Cheers, everyone.
That's a good cheers.
Right on top of the mic.
Oh, there we go.
Perfect.
And we're back. This is amazing. Who would have thought 2 years in a row? We're going even stronger and bigger and better than ever. Thank you again, everybody, for showing up. Here we are, raring to go. It's coming on fast, so let's discuss what's coming up and why you have all these wonderful people with their funny hats on.
Sorry, I gotta hear. I can't. Doesn't fit with my funny hat. Sorry, I really wanted
I really
to wear
want
one.
a funny hat. He does, yeah, he looks good wearing it. So we're here to support TBI, traumatic brain injury, the team that we are for, Fight for Life team. And we want to just do a quick introduction of why the heck we are all sitting here together again, discussing with you to raise money. And the best way to do that is to put on a festival, right? We thought we were crazy a year ago when we did it, but it was so successful. We're here again. But before we get too further, I'm going to open it up to April and just do a little backtrack on why we're all together and why it got started.
You bet. Thank you, Kevin. All right. So pardon me, my voice is kind of off this afternoon, evening. Anyhow, so our team began in September 2019. The reason why our team got started was it was inspired by the journey of somebody with a traumatic brain injury. Actually, my son, Dalton Kent, discovered there is a huge need for resources, advocacy, and awareness for traumatic brain injury. So our team got together and we've been on a mission. We're super motivated, highly dedicated. We work together really, really well. We've done a lot of work since 2019. We have collaborated with rehab centers all over Wisconsin, first responders, and law enforcement, EMTs, attorneys. We get lots of referrals from those people and many more, sending people our way. Hey, can you help out these people? They're new to the TBI journey. We know you guys got this. You are a great asset to the community. So in that, we've mentored so many families. I lost count actually, all over Wisconsin, that have been referred to us. We've had several fundraisers. We have annual fundraisers. We have a pool tournament that is always on the second Saturday in January.
Plug it away.
And when we have that tournament, we sponsor a family that's been referred to us. We have an annual dart tournament that is the second Saturday in October. And again, we sponsor another family that's been referred to us. This year, we raised over $2,000 between the two of them. We're able to disperse those funds to those families. It was awesome. And then we have the Rockin' Corn Festival, hence the hats. And
that way we can touch more families.
Yes. And one of the great things about this festival is that the money that we raise with it gives us the opportunity to help out families that we get referrals from like throughout the whole year, not just at the other events that we do. And there's lots of them and they're very happy that we're able to do this. And what a better way to bring people together besides with music and drink and fun and food
and corn.
And corn. And corn, Rockin' Corn.
I want to emphasize the corn. It was a big part last year.
Oh yeah, it was. We actually sold out. We sold out last year.
Nice.
So I don't want to, before we get too further, I don't want to brush over. Yes, we raise money for a lot of families, but I think the biggest thing, and is a tribute to April, is all the family resources that you're able to help. That is probably the biggest thing for you to, they're so lost. So they're lost and April gives them a great resource to reach out to. And she's doing a phenomenal job helping them. So the money's great. But please, anybody know anything, reach out, and April will share all her information. And that's a hats off to her. A corn hats off to her.
So before we go any further, we want to go around and announce or
Thank you.
introduce the team.
Thank you.
Everybody kind of tell them who you are and why you're here.
All right. So the crybaby is Kevin Fitzgerald, Dimples. And I'm here because I love April and Darren. Darren's been one of my best friends since high school. And if it's important to him and his family, I want to be there for him to help out.
And my name's Tracy Whitson, and I'm here because I was with Darren and April when they got the news that her son was in an accident and had a brain injury. And I just remember being lost. Like, how do we navigate, what's next? Because none of us have ever experienced any brain injuries before. And it was really a learning curve, and just there was not a lot out there for resources. I remember there was one family from our community that reached out to you who had a family member that had a brain injury that reached out and said, hey, this is what you can expect. But other than that, there just really was no resources. So anyway, we're able to help with families that are going through that. I'm there for it.
My name is Mark Tatai. I'm with the band Salsa Manzana. It's our absolute privilege to be able to play for the festival on the second go around. So I was really good friends with PETA. I played with the band Unity that played last year. And that's where we learned about it first time. And we're everybody in our group it's 12-piece salsa group. We're so happy to be a part of the
Exciting.
group in the lineup this year.
Yeah. Excited to have you.
Just to add to the energy of the day. So it's great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers for that.
Cheers. More cheers.
Awesome. So Darren doesn't get too excited about speaking. But I'll introduce him. This is
But he can
Darren.
turn a light on like nobody else.
Cheers. Cheers.
This is Darren. He is one of the guys on our team. Darren does a lot behind the scenes. He works really hard with a lot of the work that needs to be done as well. So I guess it's okay that I'm speaking for him. But yeah, and I'm April. I'm with the team and been with us since the beginning. I love it. I would have to say, out of any other organization I've ever worked with before, hands down, not just because these guys are out here right now, but hands down, this is the most phenomenal, full of love, kind, dedicated, motivated team, hardworking team I have ever worked with. I wish I could sit for another hour explaining everything great about our team. But there's no words to express how amazing this team really is. We work together. Nobody trumps anybody. Everybody has a say so. Everybody's equal. We listen to each other's ideas, and we have done so much. We've done so much in the short amount of time that we have been together. It's an honor to be with all these people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
My name's Lily. I'm in it because I support the cause and all the people in it, and I think it's a really great underserved cause within our area for sure.
Yes. Perfect.
Thank you.
She's also my unadopted or unofficially adopted daughter. I'm Jill Meyer. I belong to a different organization who sponsored a benefit for April's son when he had his traumatic brain injury, and I fell in love with April and I fell in love with their cause. I have since left that organization, and everything happens for a reason. Nothing is by accident. And shortly after I left, I myself had a traumatic brain injury and went through, not as severe as April's son, but nonetheless, it was a journey, and April helped me all the way. And not all brain injuries are severe. Most of them are, but people struggle with mild and moderate traumatic brain injuries, and there's not any or not a lot of resources out there for that either. So it was really nice to have April checking in every day, and when you have symptoms or effects of the traumatic brain injury, to say, yep, I know what you're going through and this is normal. And so I just knew that that was my fate and I had to give back, and I have never looked back. I love this team. I love everything about it. And because we do work together so well and like you said, nobody trumps anybody. Like, we all bring something to the table and it always works. So
And you make the best signs.
she makes the best. She makes the best signs. But yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm Dean.
Come on, Dean. He's not done.
Unofficial part of the team. I do the little bit that I can here by, helping out and giving a voice to it on our little podcast. And I couldn't be, it's one of the more proud things that we get to do all year. Anybody who watches this thing knows that a lot of it is silliness and goofiness and stupidity but every once in a while we like to, do some good for the world, and this is one of them. So I appreciate getting to be here and getting to help out however I can. So.
Appreciate it. And I think we need to mention
Our guest, who sadly is not here this year like he was last year.
Yeah, so quick cheers to PETA.
You sure you can handle this?
Which without him, the Corn Fest would not have been as quickly and as smoothly without him. And we can't thank him enough.
Without him, a lot of our lives wouldn't be as good as they are.
That's true.
Great man. Gone too soon.
Absolutely.
So what are we here for? We are here to promote the Corn Fest. What is the Corn Fest? Let's touch on what is the Corn Fest. It's a day of music, fun, family-friendly games for children, drinking, cornhole tournament, and rock bands. Music. Let's start out in the afternoon. And I'm gonna go back to you, Jill, because we are Corn Fest and we have cornhole tournaments.
Yes.
And it's growing. We had a great turnout last year, and we've already got as many signed up. So sign up fast. I'm gonna let Jill talk about it. It's getting bigger this year.
It is. Thank you. We had some great connections last year, so it was not that big actually, but the people that came, I know we had just the cornhole.
Maybe not for what you expected, but it's
For the
still
first
big
year.
for everybody
Yes,
else.
I mean, it wasn't crickets, so it was cornhole. Yes, so, but anyways, great connections, and we already have many signed up already.
But nobody will be turned away.
No, absolutely not. Would never do that. We have, every participant gets enough drink tickets for a drink. And it's $20 for pre-registration, $30 registration there. But what's excellent this year is we've added $200 to the purse for payout. It's double elimination. We have a social event and competitive, thank you.
Different brackets for different skill levels.
Yep.
Yes.
So I would need to go in the what level?
You would probably be in the social.
That would be in the social.
We're gonna be.
Yeah.
Is there a level below social?
I'll be just throwing it to see if you can get it in once, and then we'll give you.
Gotta make it to the other board.
We also have a lot of donations from businesses, and so we're gonna do door prizes for the participants of the cornhole tournament.
Nice.
So there'll be many door prizes for all the participants. We want to make it so you want to come back every year and enjoy. And again, cornhole tournament is for fucking Corn Fest.
I think one of the greatest improvements we've done, and besides just how well you ran it last year, and I think that's what made it so much fun for everybody. Everybody I talked to loved the tournament. Was we moved it closer to the bar. So The tournament is happening right around the bar area this year,
Yes.
and you don't have to run, and we don't have to have waitresses.
We
So
had volunteers running drinks out and we made it work.
that's the important
So
part.
yes, so the location's gonna be better, so everybody can hear the bands and get to the food and beer and other drinks, whatever drinks you want, fast and yeah, it'll be very close, so it's.
So when does it start?
Yes, start time, bags fly, I believe at 12:30.
It's
Registration.
the cool lingo.
Yeah.
Bags fly.
Flags, is
She's hip.
tournament, so I can speak the language. Don't know how to play it, but I can speak the language. I'll be practicing all summer. Yeah, and like I said, double elimination for each bracket. And like I said, you don't have to be a pro. Just come out and enjoy it. There's lots of fun and door prizes.
Close enough to the music. Once the music starts, you'll be able to listen to the live music as it goes. And then when you're done, enjoy the rest of the bands going on, and we will get into the bands because we are super, super excited for all the bands we have this year. We even brought one in. We'll get into that to tell us this one's cool. This band is cool. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. What else is there? We got vendors. We got vendors coming in. We want to touch on vendors, food trucks, you name it.
Absolutely. So vendors, we have a plethora of vendors coming in. We have vendors we got our snake guy coming in. Thank you.
Snake guy?
We have a snake guy.
Yeah.
You got a snake guy. You got a snake guy? Because we got a snake guy.
I don't have my own snake guy.
So we got Steve the snake guy comes in with all of his live snakes. They're all safe. Last year he was a big hit. A lot of people like him.
Oh my
Kids
God.
were chasing him down.
Oh,
They
popular.
could not wait to touch a snake, hold them and everything. It was super fun.
Wow.
That's awesome. In fact, I have to tell you that when I texted him, I think it was January of this year, I said, hey, are you still gonna be able to come to Rack and Corn Fest? He goes, I have been waiting for your text.
Yeah.
Contacting me because I want to come back.
Oh, wow.
We have so much fun at your event. So yeah, Steve the snake guy, and then we got live alpacas coming from a farm nearby. We have henna tattoo, custom jewelry. There you go.
Alpaca got you?
No, the tattoos you see.
Oh,
Do you have any space left?
No.
your face.
Wait, butt cheeks.
We'll draw 'em up for you.
I'll do those late at night. The kids are home.
The permanent jewelry, outstanding woodwork on the spot. The guy's out there cutting it with his chainsaw.
So
Huge
cool.
attraction
cool.
last year. Crafts, vintage toys, farm market with organic produce, local Earth Sense pellet stoves, Mad City, and this is just a few. We actually have a lot more coming in. I will have to say too that when we talked with people who came to the event last year, they said that they really enjoyed the vendors. They liked that there was this cool, unique variety of vendors, and we didn't have like the same old, and they're hoping that we get a bunch of them back this year too.
Yeah.
For the same products. Yeah, that's for the vendors. Oh, and the food trucks. All right, so food trucks, we have a returner. It is a Hispanic food truck from town. They are very excited to come back. And I told them, you guys have a permanent spot with us. So just mark it on the calendar every year. And they are
So
loving
good.
that idea. Big hit. And then the other food truck that we have coming is Little Jamaica. Little Jamaica is also in memory in honor of PETA. PETA had strong connections with them out of Green Bay. And so I'll have to tell you about the conversation with them. So I was talking with their guy and he's like, well, I don't know, we're driving a long way and how many people do you have coming? Because we have a minimum. And I'm like, well, this is what we had last year. And, we're going to do way more this year because that's just how it is. And plus we're super awesome. And then he's like, well, and I said, okay, so I know that you work closely with PETA and he's a good friend of yours and he's a good friend of ours. And he actually was behind the scenes helping us get this festival together this year. He's like, oh, I'm all in. I'm definitely gonna be there. He says, if his name is on it anywhere, yes, I'm gonna be there. Then we have our grill. Tracy, do you want to talk about our grill a little
We
bit?
have the brats, burgers, and hot dogs.
And a snack shack.
And a snack shack.
Yeah.
Snack shack too.
Heck yeah.
Popcorn, cotton candy,
Ice
chips,
cream.
ice cream.
Yeah, here, you want to?
Everything you
Yeah.
can think of. Snack shack.
Snack shack.
Okay. So I know last year we had brats, hot dogs, hamburgers, soda, water at my station. And we did really well, very busy all day. And the kids drinks. This year, I think we're doing prime, we're adding prime to the mix.
Yep.
Big variety of drinks.
Yeah, so
Oh, yeah.
bring the kids, bring them hungry. We've got lots of brats, hot dogs and hamburgers for them.
Well, and the big draw, I guess we're gonna go, because he won't speak on it, we will, but that man cooks all the corn. Darren cooks the corn, and we ran out last year because it was so popular. And this is a family show. But I had two separate people, females, tell me that the corn was orgasmic. So they literally drove away, called me and said, is there any corn left? Because I'm coming back. They literally were coming back to town to get more corn. And we ran out, but we doubled the supply this year. So
Yes.
Come for the corn.
We donated.
Yes.
obviously does a great job. Go ahead, mention who donated.
Sure. So last year, our corn came from a farmer that supplies a lot of produce for Festival Foods. This year, they were unable to. They had some other stuff going on. They were sad that they couldn't do it, but we were able to find another supplier, sponsor as well. So Terry Mayor's Farm Market in Clintonville, right off of 45, they said, well, how much do you want? We'll give you whatever you want. And I threw out a number like, it's nothing, sure. And I'm like, awesome, thank you so much. And then I offered to come pick it. They said, no, we'll pick it. It's really no problem at all. So
Shout out to
So
that.
thank you.
Thank you. It's people like that make this goal. That's for sure.
Wow.
local place, we'd like to support as much local and bring in as much local as possible.
And before we go any further, it's in Hatten Park in New London. I want to stress where it's at. Hatten
Yes.
Park. Is where we're going. We got a kid zone with kid friendly games. Touch on all the games we're gonna have for them so that the kids can be entertained.
Oh, thank you. All right. So we're gonna do something a little bit different this year with our kids zone. This year, we're gonna be a little more structured, but still super cool and super fun. When I say structure, we're gonna have a schedule. So what we're looking at is, I won't go through all the super details of the timing, but it's gonna be half-hour slots. And the slots are gonna look like there's gonna be crafts and painting. There's going to be story time, and I gotta tell you guys something. So story time is going to be a lady who is a local author of a children's book that she had
Fun.
published and is super popular. So she's gonna do story time with the kids, 2 different time slots. Plus she's gonna have her book out there, and she has all the props to go with her book.
Oh,
Super
fun.
cool. Yeah, and then field events. So examples of field events are, we got a human ring toss, we got a hula hoop contest, egg spoon race.
Wait a minute. You can't just say human ring toss and not elaborate.
Not with childish minds like us here.
You need to elaborate.
Do you need a volunteer? I mean, I'll have my pants down for the tattoo. All right, well,
Like, there's some laughing going on. I'm just used to looking at this list and just,
So human ring toss.
it's with hula hoops, and humans are the pegs.
Hula hoop.
Uh,
That makes more sense in a kid zone. Okay.
Okay.
Adult one.
I think we all need a drink after that.
pretend me out.
wait, I forgot that was in the kid zone. I'm no longer volunteering. Completely messed that up.
Okay, so we have hula hoop contest, egg spoon race, musical chairs, tic-tac-toe relay, frozen t-shirt races. Okay, we need to talk about this. Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, this came across when I was like Google searching what to do, so frozen t-shirt contest for kids is you take t-shirts and you soak them, all right? And then you crinkle them up as much as you can, put them in a ball, or no, you fold them up, excuse me, you fold them up as small as you can, and then you put them in Ziploc bags, you put them in the freezer. Okay, and then on the 1, 2, 3, go, you take the t-shirts out and then it's a contest who can get them apart because they're frozen. You
Oh,
gotta pull 'em
okay.
apart and get them on.
And put 'em on.
Oh,
It's
That would
August.
be fun as an adult.
well, hear that? We'll have that after the podcast. Go ahead.
That's really funny.
200th episode.
And then
Different episode.
Yep.
water bottle bowling, limbo, water balloon toss, bucket pong. And yeah, that covers our field events. And then we have a friend of mine, his name is Justin, he's coming along. He's gonna be doing sing-alongs, like camp songs, sing-alongs with kids and with the instruments and all acoustic, of course, and props and stuff like that. Yeah, so it's gonna be alternating between the crafts and painting, story time, field events, and sing-alongs with Justin. And the kids zone is gonna be running from 10 a.m. until 4 o'clock.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's bigger and better than last year, that's for sure. And we definitely we can't do this without volunteers. We do a lot, but we do have volunteers, and we can go to our website if you want to mention that. Sign up to volunteer. We can put you in a slot. There's so many different things that we could use help for. So go to the website and sign up for a slot. Anywhere from the kids zone, we need volunteers for that. And is that up and going?
Oh, yeah.
By the time this comes out, it'll be up and going.
Yes,
For
yeah,
sure.
it is.
So you can
Yeah,
sign up on the
contact
website.
Any one of us, and you can probably even do a message on here, but there is going to be a sign up on the website very shortly where you can pick your spot.
Right.
It's every 3 hours are the spots. And if you volunteer, you get a t-shirt and you get 10 free tickets to use at the festival. So we have lots of returning volunteers. They
We
said
couldn't
we
have,
have to have them and, you know.
Yeah,
gotta
I mean, we
sign
couldn't
them
have done it
up.
without the volunteers
Right,
last year.
that's what I was gonna
And
say. They were
Never-
amazing.
yeah.
we had some of the greatest volunteers last year. They were amazing. And the return is so exciting to hear because it was not, it was, what else can I do? My shift's over. What else can I do? It was
People
amazing.
stayed.
Yeah.
And they actually get VIP parking.
Oh, yes, that's what.
Yeah, VIP parking, they love that idea.
Yes.
What else besides it's free to get in? We definitely want to not skip over that free admission. And unless you got something else on, but I can't stop waiting to talk about the bands. I really want to get into the music. Bands are my thing, and we got such great bands. I want to mention them and
Well,
go.
It's Wisconsin, a
August.
festival. I assume there's a big beer tent.
yeah.
Oh,
All right.
Did we not mention beer?
Wow, how do we skip?
I think we assumed like everybody else.
Oh, yeah, that's a beer tent.
Yeah, we got beer.
Yeah, beer tent. Should we talk about the variety that we have out there?
Yeah.
The beer tent?
Yeah.
Are you really itching for the band?
We need bands. We know we got beer. We got drinks. We got foo drinks. We got whatever. We got bands.
If you want to drink, they'll have a drink you like.
We got a drink you like. That's for sure. It's a wide variety. But boy, we got 4 bands this year. You got live music going on all day long. Starting off, with a slow 2-piece band going on.
Last year, we had, the 3-piece, the blues talk. This year, we have to start us out and get everybody warmed up is Frank Childress and the Main Street Band.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, so did you want me to go or?
Yeah, go.
Okay, all right, okay, all right, so Frank Childress and Main Street Band, little description about them. They are a classical blues rock warm-up. They are a lot of fun. They play everything from like 70s, 80s, all the way on up. Little note about them. So Frank, their founder and singer, he has been singing and playing guitar for over 35 years. Don't let that scare you. The guy can still rock the stage. Frank is originally from Michigan's Upper Peninsula, where he played in some of the area's top-rated bands. Frank has taken some of his favorite old and new songs and come up with fun arrangements for one voice and one guitar. Frank's musical influences range from rock and country to blues and classics, R&B. Some of Frank's favorites are Bob Seger, Allman Brothers, Beatles, Rolling Stones, and too many others to mention. Favorites when we're ready, I can tell. Frank has been playing guitar and singing since he was old enough to open his mouth and pick up a pick. This is the description on there. I didn't put this up.
It's working, it's working.
So wait, if he's been playing guitar and singing since he could pick up a pick, and he's been playing for 35 years, he's still like 15 years younger than me.
And then last but not least, it says Frank's growing vocal style matches the rough and raw sound of his guitar. The gritty and fun delivery will have you on your feet screaming for more. They will be playing from 11 till 1, and then there's a break for them to
It's
tear
just
down.
started. Yeah, that's just getting it started.
Yes.
That's when you run over and get some burgers and brats and corn.
Yeah.
Come on back for the second band.
Well, you're gonna need energy for the second band. And what better way to discuss the second band that's going from 2 to 4 than a member of the band, which we have the pleasure of having in-house. He was gracious enough to join us tonight, and can't wait to just have him talk about his band.
Yeah.
And it's so fun.
We're really excited to play this. It's gonna be so great. I mean, just being outdoors is our favorite way to
Name.
play salsa music. So the band's called Salsa Manzana. And when our band started back in 2012, we were like, like every band does, oh, what do we call our band? Let's just make a list and we'll pick the coolest one. Well, so a couple things, like hardly anybody knew how to speak Spanish, but we all love salsa music. So we're like,
Love it already.
okay, so like let's keep it to words that we would have learned in like 101, Spanish 101. What do we know? We can ask where the bathroom is, where's the biblioteca, two hamburgers, por favor. And I'll so like, Dos Hamburguesas was shot down as a band name. But we're like, everyone like, no, manzana. People know apple and Appleton. We had people from Oshkosh up to Green Bay as in the band, but we were really supported by the couple of the percussion teacher, mostly at Lawrence University in Appleton. And he would let us use their one of their percussion rooms as our home base. And even though he wasn't in it, he was like, I love what you guys do. You guys can start your band here and have it. So we called it Salsa Manzana, just as a nod to Appleton and Lawrence University. And
Well deserved.
if you look up our website, salsamanzana.org, a lot of times like Chrome browsers will try to translate all the Spanish stuff. So like especially if you look it up on your phone, it'll say applesauce wherever you see it. It thinks it's applesauce. Which is good. So
My legs are gonna feel like applesauce after I'm dancing to all your music.
and I gotta say, like, even though most of us don't know Spanish, and now I've picked up a little bit of Spanish just from being in the band for so long, we do. Our lead singer is from Puerto Rico, so he came to the U.S. on a soccer scholarship and was like he just loved Wisconsin.
Carlos, right?
Carlos,
Oh,
yep,
yeah.
Carlos
Yeah.
Mendez is our lead singer, and he was here on a soccer scholarship when he was younger, and then he met a Wisconsin girl, Peggy. And they got married and had a family, and they've been in the Fox Valley ever since.
Of course, a Peggy.
It's always a lady.
Yeah.
So thank you to Peggy for
Yeah.
nailing Carlos down and starting a family here. So we owe it to that. So Carlos was I played a lot of jazz gigs with people around the Fox Valley, and he was at one of my gigs and playing some Latin jazz. And over our break, he introduces himself and says, "Yeah, I love what you're doing. I'm from Puerto Rico." And like, oh my gosh, I was like, I love salsa music. I've always wanted to be in a salsa band, but we just do Latin jazz.
Yeah.
That's all we know. And he's like, yeah, I grew up singing salsa music and I've always wanted to be in a salsa band too. I'm like, it was like the peanut butter and the chocolate commercials. Like, oh my God.
Great taste, meant to be.
And so so just like that, over our break during one of my gigs, we decided to make a band, and I promised him if he would sing in this band we're gonna make, I would bring together all the Latin, all the jazz musicians I could bring together, and we would learn the music. And that's how it started.
How fun.
So a couple months later, we had our first rehearsal with people from all over, and we've been doing it since 2012.
And you're not kidding. You're a 12-piece band.
Yep. So if you see us play live somewhere, it's going to be between 10 and 13 people.
Okay.
So cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
So it's where everybody is in it just for the love of the music.
Yeah.
You know, it's really hard. You just can't have like a big band like that everywhere you go. So it's got to be because you're doing it for the love of the music.
Right.
And so it's been great. And when you add up the people, like whenever you do a gig with 10 or 12 people,
Yeah.
you can never get all the core people to do it. You got to have substitute people
Sure.
coming in. And I've been keeping a list of all the people that have subbed in with our band. And we're over 40 people now, like in northeastern Wisconsin, that have been part of our, the familia.
That's awesome.
And it's been great. It's been
Much
a good
fun.
experience.
We're hoping for a surprise, possibly that day, which you like to do at your gigs.
Well, here's the thing.
No
like,
promises, but
with salsa music, even if you don't know any Spanish, it makes no difference. Like you don't need to know what the lyrics mean. I mean, half the time the lyrics are so simple anyway. We're just repeating the same word over and over again. Like there's one song we do that's dedicated to all the grandmas and around. It's called Mama Abuela. It's kind of
Nice.
like a cozy familial term for like the grandmother. And we basically just say Mama Abuela over and over again. You really don't like need a deep
different pitches. You just mama
You do not need to be bilingual to appreciate the band at all. So pretty much all of our songs are in Spanish, but they're super easy. Like you might hear one like Oye Como Va, people know from Santana. You'll recognize some stuff. But pretty much it's just the energy of everybody moving around and the energy of the percussion.
You can't have that many instruments and not have energy. I mean, that's just in blaring you.
We've got
I couldn't stop dancing. Like, the energy was fantastic.
We've got besides Carlos who sings our lead, we've got a couple other people that sing back up and some other songs too. And then for common and salsa music, you'll have like the singer will say something like a call, and then there'll be a response from the band where you'll hear everybody in the band singing a response to him, like backup singers would.
Sure.
So yeah, and it's super easy, and sometimes we'll teach people what the response lines are.
Okay.
Really easy to sing along.
So
So yeah, the
interactive.
music's great. The reason why there's so many people is because we don't have a drummer. We don't have a drummer on a drum set.
Oh,
We have like 4 people that all play percussion instruments
okay.
instead of having a drum set. So you've got somebody playing congas, you've got someone playing bongos,
Okay.
you got somebody playing like smaller toys, claves and shakers and things like that. And then you got my favorite, the guy who plays timbales, which is like the really loud instrument. Kind of looks like a snare drum, but it's
Yeah.
really loud.
More tinty, kind of
Yeah.
a tinty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are fun.
Yeah. So you got about 4 people taking the place of a drummer on a drum set.
Okay.
If you go see if you see a salsa band somewhere live, and and they really want to they don't have a lot of people, it's typical to have a drum set trying to play all the parts.
Sure.
But our whole thing was like, let's just do it authentic as possible, and so that we've been having a great time with that. It's a little harder because like nobody gets to really be the star, like the feature main guy. Like everybody's
okay.
just got a little part.
Kind of like our team.
I love that.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like no one really is like you're not going to be in a salsa band because like my part is so awesome and I just love playing my part. Check this part out. It's like if you just isolate your one part alone, it's going to sound pretty boring. But you put all these little things together, they're so intricate, and they just come together with this energy. So we have a lot of horn players. We've got 2 trumpet players, trombone. I play sax and flute and sing, and we have another sax player that also sings as well. We got a piano player, bass player, our lead singer. You add it all up, and it's like a dozen people.
I can't wait.
A good time.
Looking forward to it.
So we're there to help people dance. We're here.
Yeah.
That's what we're there for.
Just get them going, get them in the mood in the afternoon,
And
work up their thirst for those cold beers in the beer tent.
Yeah, you'll be moving. We we've been in contact with a lot of the Fox Valley dance instructors that teach salsa dancing and a lot of their groups. They and the ballroom dance instructors and companies around the Fox Valley. We stay in close touch with them so they know where we're playing. So all their students and all their people can come out and learn like all the dance moves they learned. They can try it out with a live band instead of the recordings. So
Gotta be the best. Best way to learn.
So we're looking to have a good following of our dancers that come out and see us, come out to the thing. And
So a show too.
and it should be a lot of fun. They're fun to watch, and like we get a lot of energy from the dancers, and then we bounce it back to them, and
Sure.
and it's good. It's good.
What a great afternoon.
If you've never salsa danced before, it's so easy. Like sometimes we'll have instructors that will give dance instruction to people up front. Make it super easy, and I've watched it many times. They're great at giving you just like the little moves. Like guys, it's so easy.
That's what I got
The
down.
guy. Target the guy.
And you learn a couple basic steps that are super easy, and that can get you through like the whole
Enough to
thing.
be dangerous.
Yeah. You can get through the whole
Half
set.
is just getting the guys out there, and then it's half the battle, right?
Yeah, like
Could you get Darren out there?
like our a couple of our instructors have told me like it's really the guy's job just to be like the frame for the beautiful woman that's like the picture.
Mhm.
So it's really the guy's job just to be steady and just like to do your little move that you learned
Okay.
with your intro class, and then just let the lady do her thing.
I got my first lesson. Look at that. I'm halfway there to be a salsa expert. Yeah, not even close.
Yeah, we can't wait.
Well, that's awesome. And it just shows your dedication being here. We really appreciate
Yeah.
that. It really does. It's more than just showing up and playing. You're here, and we really appreciate that. And we're looking forward to you. Then after the afternoon, we're gonna creep into the night. Over the supper time, we got. Well, you wanna go into the next band from 5 to 7? Let's get you going. How's that?
Yeah.
Who's playing from 5 to 7?
5 to 7, we got Shotgun Jane.
I don't know.
They were formed in 2011. It's a country band based out of Janesville.
Country.
The members are from all over the state. They're hardworking. They're touring a 6-string circus that can be found performing at local and regional festivals, country fairs, bars, clubs, private parties, corporate events, weddings, anywhere where good people come to listen to live music.
Like the Rock and Corn Fest.
They're the
Perfect.
WAMI Award winners in 2023.
Ooh.
They played the popular from all genres, and their playlist includes today's country, pop, rock, and with explosive energy, captivating the crowd.
They are. Look at that.
7.
Warm up, get into there. Shotgun Jane. Yeah, they're big around the area, so I'm sure anybody watching is in the local area has seen them before. Come on out. Great way to start the evening. And then wow, we're gonna end the night.
Take the roof off.
We are gonna blow that roof off of the Hatten Stadium. If everybody knows Hatten Stadium, what that is. But they did such a great job last year. We had to have them back. They closed the night out with such a bang and such a crowd pleaser. Annex is back. Can't thank them enough for last year and to come again. You wanna go through what Annex will bring again this year?
Sure. Yep. So first of all, I texted Paul from Annex. I'm like, hey, we're gonna be going on a podcast and a radio show. Like, how do you want us to describe you? So he sent me a very long text, and I do my best to take breaths in between. But it's all good. It's all good. So how Annex is described is it says walk into an Annex show and get smacked with a well of sound. This is the rock band. The Marshalls are dialed high. The Les Pauls are cranked. The glaring lights to say we are here to rock. Guitars slap you in the face, drums drown out your heartbeat, and lights buzz the bass lines. Beards jump in the air with their hands raising them. Hair flying, heads banging, the room quakes with each downbeat until the last piercing scream of exhaustion rounds for the encore and the lights go out. There is no such thing as silence until the last rip continues to echo in your head Broken drumsticks and guitar strings are all over the stage. Everyone is passed out exhausted from being so thoroughly rocked.
Which is true.
They are so.
Which is true.
Yeah,
They are
A
fun.
lot of energy. Wow.
yeah, a lot of energy. After, this is probably my favorite part. Okay, after a 15-minute cuddle and a chaser, you stumble out in a post-orgasmic trance.
That's the third time that word's been used.
On this, yeah,
Said about Rock and Corn Festival.
that's more than we've said it in all our other episodes combined. Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
Annex is the rock machine created by brothers Paul Hanna, lead vocal and guitar, Craig Hanna, the drummer. In the decades to follow their middle school debut, they had traveled coast to coast, leaving trails of exhausted, happy fans. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, why are the fans happy?
Yeah.
Annex is a high energy rock band. The songs are catchy and melodic. Did I say that right? Good, thank you. Based on no, I'm really messed it up. Based on rock fundamentals that slap the listener in the face.
This is for you, Annex.
Oh, and it continues to captivate audiences everywhere they play. They are Whammy Rock Artist 2012.
Great band.
Wow.
Hey.
Now, who can see that? I want to witness all that.
So Tracy, you were there last year. What did you
I
think
was.
of them?
It was awesome. They really were great.
Yeah.
Like everybody was dancing. Everybody was having a good time.
80s, 90s
Excited
music.
for the whole day.
You knew every song they played.
All of it.
Every song
Yep.
they played, one after another. It was just the greatest hits, right?
Yes, for sure.
Well, it's something else, too, like when you think about it, this is a diverse music festival, right? We have how many different genres coming in, how many different bands coming in. That's something that we always want to hold on to. We want to make sure that we always have a variety of music because we want to reach everybody's wants and needs with music. And so everybody can have fun. And I mean, really, music, there's so much to celebrate with music. Again, brings people together.
Mhm.
All music needs to be celebrated. And that is one thing that we really, really thrive on as Rock and Corn Festival.
Yeah, I'm glad you
Yeah.
mentioned that because I was gonna say that really diverse lineup. You've got just about every base covered. So everybody, even if you only want to come out for a couple hours, you got everybody's covered, right? Like they can.
And you
Pick-
can because
pick-
it's
You
free.
want to stay for the
free.
whole
You
day.
do.
Yeah.
You're gonna capture it all.
You're gonna want to say.
No.
It's free.
No, you bring a
Yes.
great point. You're right.
Yeah.
Check out the lineup, pick a section and come check it
Yeah,
out.
if that's your thing.
And
Right, good
it's
job
free.
putting it together.
Free at Hatten Park, August 10th.
August 10th, Saturday.
Yes, second one. Should we give a little shout out to our sponsors?
Yeah.
I mean a huge shout out to our sponsors.
Yeah.
Well, without them, yeah,
Okay,
they're huge.
We have a lot of them.
we do.
And
So,
go.
okay, so we have
Speed.
Amcor.
No.
We have Amcor, Tyson, MCC, Festival Foods, Hilker Warehousing, Wolf River Community Bank, Fox Communities Credit Union, Doug Casey Excavating, Quick Trip, CMB Rental, Dr. Loberg Dental, Randy and Joy Werner, Dr. Witkowski Chiropractic, Cocktails with Dimples in the Beer.
Our pleasure.
Park Angels Home Care, Klein Hansen Funeral Home, Lynn Tank Agency, The Pines Vacation Rentals, that's my cousin, Airbnb, you gotta check it out. Tri-County Overhead Door, New London Building Supply, Neuroscience Group, Orton Sons Trucking, Mayor's Farm Market, Sam's Club, Brian Walker, family we met a long time ago, has a son with a traumatic brain injury, Mavericks Bar and Grill in Bear Creek, formerly Easy, GoFundMe participants and anonymous donors that we have had like through our website, our website.
Rockandcornfestival.com. Everything's on there, including sign up for the
Find
cornhole tournament.
The link's right here. Just go page down a little bit. You'll
Perfect.
find it.
Yep. But that's where you find everything. The volunteers, go volunteer, go check out the sponsors. We couldn't do without either one of them. This is one of my favorite episodes that we do, and love every one of you.
Oh, we love
Oh,
you,
Kevin.
Kevin.
Yeah, fuck off.
Right back.
So we go Just turn that from a family episode. I'm sorry.
Keep off. Don't worry. We got the 7 second. We'll beat that.
So round it up. Round it off. Let's end this on a well,
Yeah.
it's been a great evening. Such a positive thing that we try and relay here with the team and with what we do. And please come join, support, and check out the website and the festival. And
All right, hold on. It's I know it sounds good now, so
go.
sorry, I couldn't do it. I feel bad.
Now we
that
did it.
There we go.
For the last cheers, he's got the hat on. And there's a sign up. I don't want to cut anybody off, but
Say, remember, it's free.
it's free.
August 10th.
August 10th.
Saturday.
Hatten Park to London.
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Cheers, everybody. Please come out.
Thank you for listening. The tavern is closed for now, but we'd love to have you back for more fun next time. Seriously though, get your asses out of here.